I'm Reva from the League of Women Voters of Kansas City. Amendment 1 would renew an existing Missouri sales and use tax of 0.1% for 10 years. Revenues from the tax are evenly split between state parks and soil and water conservation efforts. Amendment 1 is on the ballot because it is an automatic ballot referral. This means that it must appear on the ballot at certain intervals or under certain circumstances. The amendment was first approved by voters in 1984. Since 1988, it has automatically been put before the voters every 10 years. The last time this amendment was approved was in 2016. Here is the history of Amendment 1. It has consistently received support by wide margins. Here's the official ballot title, which will be on your ballot. Shall Missouri continue for 10 years the 0.1% sales use tax that is used for soil and water conservation and for state parks and historic sites, and resubmit this tax to the voters for approval in 10 years. Here's the fiscal note that will be on your ballot. The measure allows continued collection of the existing sales and use tax, which generates revenue of approximately $140 million annually. Here's the fair ballot language, which will not be on your ballot. A yes vote will continue for 10 years the 0.1% sales use tax that is used for soil and water conservation and for state parks and historic sites. This will be resubmitted to the voters for approval in 10 years. A no vote will not continue this sales use tax. If passed, this measure will not increase or decrease taxes. Supporters of Amendment 1 say it keeps state parks free to access, protects farmland and water quality, preserves a funding source repeatedly approved by Missouri voters. Opponents say funding decisions like this belong in statute and the annual budget, not the Constitution. A no is a modest tax cut, ends a 40-year autopilot, and makes these programs compete on their merits, which is exactly how Missouri should be evaluating every state expenditure as fiscal pressure mounts. Thank you for taking the time to become an informed voter.